we've identified that we are using the application almost exactly the same way as we were the day we implemented it 6 years ago, and it didn't really change. While the responsibilities continue to change, NC FAST, the Affordable Care Act, all of those things are pressures that have, in the downturn in the economy itself, put a lot of pressures on DHS services.
What we found when we got here is they had multiple problems, and that the technology was only a piece of that issue. The technology had fallen into, it was no longer relevant. The business process had changed. It had not been kept up, so they had created a great many workarounds that really undermined system usage and the efficiency that they could achieve, and were actually creating additional work for them.
A lot of the problems that end up come out as process issues. They're not really technology issues. If you take a bad workflow and put it into technology, it's going to be a bad digital workflow.
We worked harder than we needed to when we had a system that could have done it for us. But then you think about how much work you did to circumvent Compass appointments that you wonder, okay, if I could have gotten that straight, what could I have used these workers for?
An entire individual whose job it was to round robin work. When we came in, we did the discovery, reanalyzed their process. We realized that this person was doing exactly what appointments was designed to do. I mean, at its core, the most differentiating thing about appointments is the fact that we can use our round robin algorithm to make sure we're assigning work fairly. And by implementing just that change, they were able to save 40 to 45 hours a week in labor, which was really impressive.
With the process, what we've been able to do is free up the duties of one person throughout the week. They were round robining manually, and what this Compass Appointments has allowed us to do is round robin through the electronic process at the front desk. We have also found the lobby to be much less confusing to clients, increased customer service, received a lot of positive feedback from the clients. So I think the whole process with them to being able to see on the monitors where they are, that they have not been forgotten, has just decreased some of their frustrations at times that they've had in our previous process. The volume of traffic is increased during certain times of the year. So one of the things that's allowed us to do is just know where we need to shift our resources if that's something that we need to do for that day.
Now is budget time, so if they need to submit for a new worker, then they have the numbers and the proof through this new lobby piece. They can actually break it down and see in a detailed manner.